get stuck on your heels when you walk. So now, the very first thing we're going to do is this. The ring is just the simplest, and it's a good foundation. Come on over here. So all you're going to do is this band is very little tension, so you're not going to slam yourself on the wall. And you're going to find somewhere around this area here, and your hands are just going to be relaxed, and your knees soft, where I could literally fall asleep. I swear to God I can fall asleep. It feels so good that if I'm watching, when I'm watching you this season, I'm checking back here, and hopefully I can drink a beer. Probably not. But I will literally be chilled out like that. All right? So that's the very first foundation. Make that happen right there. I'm going to get a water. All right? Put it right there. And just wedge yourself with all your body weight. And if you pull with your hands, it gets, you'll go because you can pull your weight. But if your weight on it, then it's supporting you. Now put your neck down long. And make it tilted to where side feels good. Let your hands completely relax. And can you fall asleep? No tension in the toes. Can you fall asleep? I'm going to get Weck steps. Oh, by the way, everybody filming, descend on this right now. Come here, please. Off Tyson on this now. This is the treasure chest. Okay? So I'm going to be creating wearable gear. Uncle Weck's response ability gear, TM, bang, response ability gear. It's the ultimate in training gear. Now, in this rucksack that they dropped from the planet Mars, in here, every one of you owns a set of Weck steps right now. You own a set of Weck steps. These are the very first ones. Because you got here at the right time, the right place. They happen to be just the first ones fresh out the oven. Yup, fresh out the oven. Hey, I gotta have 1 million members. The only way to get a Weck step, even one of them, the only way to get 2 Weck steps or one of them or none of them at all, is you gotta join my private membership site, and then guess what? You're only getting in line because these things, guess how fast they are to sell out. And guess what? In the beginning, I'm making nice ones. So I'm going to start making cheap ones that work just as well because it's simply an name. That's all this is this is a proprietary pitch for your souls. Igor, everybody gets Weck steps, and before you leave, I'm going to write you something special with a Sharpie that is black. Do you have your set?
If you want.
Okay, if you want. Or I will cut myself and put my blood under your feet. Okay. Tyson, how are you feeling? All right, back out. Those are all your Weck steps. You prove with the sincerity of your practice that you deserve them. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is this. That quickly turns into the myofascial release. Okay? So now what I want you to do is I want you to take it out and work with it. Here's how it works. This is the penultimate strength training, penultimate power training, penultimate fortified fluidity training is this. Everything has to be weaponized because it is a fight. Nature and God's, its boundaries, electromagnetic boundaries that define self and other. Humanity, the Homo sapien, the ones who can read and write or at least understand what the hell I'm saying, we are one race, and it's a bunch of breeds, okay? And I'm breeding mankind again, okay? I'm breeding kind of men, because you know what happens when men are douchebag dickheads and they happen to be stronger than everybody, and they happen to own the shops, and they happen to have the infrastructure and the Fed and the government and all that shit? I'm changing the economy, okay? Right now, a US dollar is worth what? It's worth the thank God it hasn't collapsed yet. Holy fuck, what if it happens tonight? Right? Holy fuck. You got people preparing. Fuck you. That's good for a while, and you have to for a crisis, but better to pretend everything's going to be fine with optimism, because it will if we do it effectively, and we're doing it effectively right now. How the hell could you ever even you get in this thing, not me, sorry, while I preach. Go. See, this, I get distracted because the mission is too important. Don't, no, I want you to go in between your ribs and your thing. Go in here, and here it is.